guys, this is Ozzy from Winless All Syndrome, where the voyage is contagious. Today I am going to talk about the year in review for 2020. On top of that, I am going to talk about what to look forward to with this channel for 2021 and what kind of content that I will provide you guys in this year that we're so happy and grateful. I'm sure many of us are finally glad that we're through 2020 and now into 2021. I want to look back and discuss what happened in 2020. I know many of us wants to move on, but I think it's very important for all of us, anyone who's watching that, to reflect on the travel world, because what happened then is going to affect how we travel this year in 2021. 2020 was insane. It was crazy. The crazy year, the hindsight year, whatever you want to call it, it was a challenging year for the traveling world. A lot of us could not go to destinations that we wanted. Some of us were on our destinations only to find out that you couldn't get out in time, so you had to stay and pay a lot of money until your opportunity came because of what happened in 2020 with the pandemic and everything that occurred with it. As time went on, some countries decided that they didn't need to have so much restrictions, which allowed people to get out in time and go back to their home countries. Even so, the travel industry still managed to figure out a way to allow travelers to move around and about. No major airline companies closed that I know in 2020, which was a good thing because the travel industry was hurting and is probably will be hurting in 2021. Even though a lot of countries around the world had serious travel restrictions. I mean, even now, you can't even go to certain countries without facing quarantine for a certain amount of time or having to prove that you have a negative test, which if you have a negative test with some countries, you still have to take another one when you get into that country. I know Nigeria, I'm looking at you. But there are some countries that you can go to, which I will cover in another video, or maybe I'll just talk about it now, just get it over with. I mean, there's countries such as Turkey, which I was blessed to go this year. Turkey was an amazing country, and I enjoyed every second of it. The wonderful thing about Turkey was I didn't need to quarantine, or I didn't need to do any proving that I had a negative test. All I had to do was just get all the normal stuff that you need, such as your passport, go out there and just go through the customs just to get within the country. After that, it was they had some places allowed you to had to wear a mask and social distance, but overall it was an easy place. The good thing about 2021 is that I expect more countries to open up, more countries to kind of cut back on the restrictions, as more countries will realize that tourism is very important. It's very important for their economies. You can't keep stuff closed off forever because people, got jobs and people depend on foreigners or travelers to come with their country. So 2020 has been crazy, but there's been some positive sides about 2020. One of those things is more people got to see more of their home country. I know I went to Tennessee in 2020, which was awesome. I went to Eastern Tennessee, so I went to Pigeon Forge, Dollywood, and many places that I could see, and it was wonderful. I loved Eastern Tennessee, and I would love to go back and explore more. The wonderful thing about that trip was you don't have to pay hardly any money if you want to have a good time. If you like hiking, for instance, many of the parks are free to go. You don't have to pay any money just to go hike for a good portion and be able to take in nature, get some fresh air, and enjoy your surroundings. That was the wonderful thing about visiting more of my home country, such as the United States, and I'm sure many of y'all took that opportunity when your home countries decided that you could do international travels. You took advantage of what your home country had to offer you, which is a good thing. I think more people need to do that. I know I need to increase that, see more of my home country. I've only been to 25 states within my home country. I would love to see all 50 states. So I'm going to make that a goal of mine. When will I accomplish it? I don't know, because I got so much stuff in store for this year. I hope to see a new state every year. I'm going to try to push for that, but it's going to be a work in progress. Alright, so I know y'all are sick and tired of talking about 2020, so let's move on to 2021. I believe 2021 will be a slight improvement in traveling, in the traveling world. I think more countries are going to be less strict about how people can move about, which I think is a good thing. I think that as we learn more about what's going on and people are comfortable traveling again, I think we'll see a slight uptick in travel. I think more people just want to get out and go see much of the world as they can. I don't think people like to stay at their place or stay in one place for the most part. I think many people just want to explore. You know, when you think about it, as humans, we are curious explorers. We love to go out there and see the world. I'm going to talk about the airline industry and the advantage of this craziness that we saw in 2020. When I was on a plane to Turkey, I had 10 rows of empty seats. I think in 2021 you're going to see more of that. You're not going to see a whole bunch of people sitting on the plane bunched up like sardines. I think you'll still have tons of empty seats because people are just not comfortable to travel outside of their home countries or do a lot of traveling. So again, it is very advantageous to travel now, in my opinion, if you want to be able to fly without having to feel like you're a sardine, or have like a row to yourself where you can lay down and go to sleep. Now, the sad thing about it is that you still have to wear masks, and which to me, it doesn't make any sense to wear masks, especially when you're on a plane and they serve you food and you have to remove the cover. But that's just my opinion, and I'll just leave it at that. Some of you who are eager to travel or hoping to travel, I hope that you guys get to do it this year. But there are still places where you can travel where you don't have to waste somewhere between 8 to 14 days of quarantining. So for instance, there's Turkey, there's Costa Rica. There are places where you could go without the fear of having to quarantine. Also, you don't have to show a proof of a negative on it. I still think many countries will have that, but there are plenty of places where you could go travel and not have to deal with that. Two of those places that I plan to go this year, this is going to be more of a South American trip year for me and my family. We are planning to go to Colombia and Brazil. I've never been to a South American country, so I am very eager to go there. I got to start learning my Spanish. I started learning Portuguese, so I am going to continue to study and learn more. Those two countries don't require any quarantine or any negative COVID-19 tests that you have to show and prove. So that is going to be very good for me because I'm focusing on those countries where I don't have to do those two stuff and just get out there and just travel. So I'm very excited. On top of that, I will do a video of the countries that are open right now where you don't have to worry about having a negative test or quarantine. So stay tuned for that video. It will be out very soon. So that's what I'm going to provide for the next content. Show more of Colombia and Brazil. Maybe do a comparison of the Colombian Amazon versus the Brazilian Amazon and let you guys decide which versions you like, because I think that would be very cool. Also, I'm going to go to places like Medellin, Cali for Colombia. As for Brazil, Rio, obviously if you go to Brazil you gotta go to Rio. I'm going to go to Sao Paulo, Aussie, Monas to get to the Amazonian rainforest and go see the some waterfalls out there. So I'm very excited for this year. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get out there. I think 2021 is going to be a blast, so I can't wait. Alright, so I'm going to wish you guys a happy travel New Year's. I hope all you guys get your opportunity to travel wherever you go. I hope you get that travel itch out the way. I do believe you are ready to go explore, and I hope you guys get the opportunity. So I am rooting for you guys. I know I'm gonna be pushing myself to travel. I love traveling. I'm passionate about traveling. This is what this channel is about sharing unique views, advice, and stories about traveling. So I hope that this video inspires you guys to make an effort to travel, whether you decide to go travel internationally or do it domestically. Whatever is comfortable for you, just do it.
Hi, my name is Ozzy Henry, and you're on my channel, Wonderless Awe Syndrome. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and share this video, and come along with my journey as I explore the world and sharing unique views, advice, and stories.